What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and happy Sunday to everybody. I hope you all had a great weekend coming out of that very tough, and rough trading week. I do want to make a video today on something that I don't talk about typically on my channel because I think it's something that needs to be addressed, especially for all of you who have been talking about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, in the Discord. Again, feel free to join us on the Discord. It is free. It's a community I developed and created, with the intentions of creating a place for people to talk about all things trading. And cryptocurrency has been something very hot because we know Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies in the market have been booming. Now, I want to give everyone's perspective and kind of, my take on Bitcoin, but I don't want to give my opinion because who am I, right? I'm just a person who just makes these YouTube videos, but we want to look at it from some of the more influential individuals, as well as people who are, understand the market, understand tech a little more than you and I might. So Bill Gates, as you saw, in this Forbes article, Bill Gates issues serious Bitcoin warning as Tesla billionaire Elon Musk stokes up cryptocurrency mania. Now, this is an article that was published on Friday, and I'm reporting this Sunday, so maybe a few days, later. But regardless, you guys, we need to realize what he has said. So again, after Musk sent Bitcoin price sharply higher with pro-Bitcoin tweets, so the Dogecoin thing, Tesla investing 1.5 billion more dollars worth of Bitcoin on their balance sheet into their investments, pushing Bitcoin even higher. Because again, the man is influential. We know that he's a person that's all, people love him on the internet. I'm personally a huge fan of Elon Musk, and when he says something, people follow. Right? He's an influencer. Now again, what does Bill Gates say? Because he's also somewhat of an influencer, not so much on the internet as much as Musk, but again, he's a guy who developed Microsoft, and he has, very strong arguments against Bitcoin. Now, for me, I'm neutral. I'm nor for or against Bitcoin. I do have Coinbase. I have some investments in the crypto market, but it's very minimal because again, I don't understand enough to put more money into it. I have just a foundational fundamental knowledge about blockchain, but regardless, let's see what Bill Gates said. So he stated here with a Bloomberg interview, he said Elon has tons of money and he's very sophisticated, which is a fact. So I don't worry that his Bitcoin will sort of randomly go up or down, Gates told Bloomberg in an interview. I do think people get bought into these manias who may not have as much money to spare. That's the big thing here. My general thought would be that if you have less money than Elon, which again, that's a pretty strong statement because every single person that, publicly speaking, that's out there has less money than Elon, you should probably watch out. This is 100% something that I back. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin specifically, all of them have been extremely volatile ever since. So I found out about Bitcoin in 2017 when it initially surged. Bitcoin was literally going insane. I found out about it around $3,000 and I kept on saying I'm skeptical, created my Coinbase. There was a delay in making my account due to just the huge volume of retail investors just wanting to get in. Not even investors, just everybody in general was like, I want to know more about this Bitcoin thing. I want to invest into it. So again, I ended up buying Bitcoin. I think it was around $18,000, guys. And again, I only bought a very small amount. And remember, my videos are not for financial advice, rather to put you guys on the things that I am in and just giving you guys education and information about that. So I bought Bitcoin at 18,000, and then we know it got up to about 19.9. I was just holding on, and it crashed terribly. And guess what? I sold. I panicked. I was in college. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, "Holy smokes, this thing is just tanking." So again, I learned from my mistake about the fear of missing out and the panic selling because I literally did that. I bought in because of the fear of missing out. I did barely any research about blockchain, about Bitcoin, and I was like, "Seems legit. Let me put my money in." And I know a lot of people are under this umbrella. They're under this, fear of missing out. You buy in, and you're like, "Holy smokes!" Now it dropped because we saw it drop about 25% this past week. People are panic selling, losing a lot of money while doing so. So the reason that I'm made this video and presenting these articles and information is because I need you guys to just understand what the more influential and more people who are more informed than we are saying. So again, I just want to reiterate, his general thoughts would be that if you have less money than Elon, you should probably watch out. So again, $1.5 billion to Elon Musk and even Tesla is literally nothing. The valuation, we know Elon Musk's, he's $135 billion net worth by himself. That's him. Tesla, 700 billion with this pullback that we saw, got up to about 800 billion in valuation. Now, that is Bill Gates' take. I'm going to talk about Elon's take, but always remember, someone who is extremely knowledgeable in the investment space, which is Kathy Wood, ARK Invest. She has an argument that that Bitcoin will be going to $400,000. Currently, it's about $45,000 in the time of the making of this video. But again, she's someone that has invested, a decent amount of ARK Invest portfolio. They have bought into Bitcoin. But again, it's not substantial. It's not like they're putting all their money into one basket. They are an investment firm. And again, with a hedge fund or a firm like ARK Invest, they'll put some money into it because they do believe in it long term. They've done their research. But again, it's still very, very speculative. So Elon Musk, the man, the myth, the legend. So we saw, and even in the past days, what did Elon say? Tesla CEO Elon Musk takes major U-turn on Bitcoin. Again, Elon is also very volatile. So I don't want to call him out. He's a great guy. I think he's developed a great product. I hope to one day own a Tesla in the future. I really love their cars. I've driven one. I've sat in one. Love the vehicle. But regardless, what does Elon Musk say? So he tweeted on the 18th of February, and we know he tweets a lot. He said, Tesla's action is not directly reflective of my opinion. Whoops. Don't want to open Twitter. Having some Bitcoin, which is simply a less dumb form of liquidity than cash. So he's saying again, it's not the greatest, but it's less dumb than cash. It's adventurous enough for an S&P 500 company. Fantastic. Again, we know Elon, he doesn't say things typically that are black and white, but he gives hints. And here he's saying pretty much it makes sense and it's adventurous for a company that has a lot of money that don't really know what to do with it. Putting some money into something like Bitcoin, this kind of asset, might be worth it in the long term. Now, he says after that, again, not too long after, Elon says, to be clear, I'm not an investor. Guys, sorry to keep opening up the tabs. I'm an engineer. He's an engineer first. I don't even own any publicly traded stocks, besides Tesla. However, when fiat currency has negative real interest, only a fool wouldn't look elsewhere. Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money. The key word here is almost. So everybody that has been talking on the Discord, everybody who has mentioned Bitcoin, this is how you have to look at it. Let's pull up Bitcoin's price. So if we go to CoinMarketCap, again, this is a place where you can just look at different cryptocurrencies and their price range. Again, you could kind of, similar to any brokerage, you can kind of look at it from the brokerage view or even the Google view of a stock here on CoinMarketCap. $45,886 is the price of Bitcoin currently. If you go back to February 21st, 7 days ago exactly, and again, the whole market started pulling back, Bitcoin was at $58,000. Since then, it's dropped, approximately $13,000. We'll say approximately. Okay? So, what's this mean? Why am I even bringing this up? The current valuation for Bitcoin is $855 billion. I know a lot of people in the comments are going to probably mention and say things like, Bitcoin has a strong future. And I'm not a person to say yes or no. I'm someone who invested a very small portion of my portfolio because, again, Bitcoin is speculative. We do not know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. Apparently, this is the person who created the platform. He's the one who created Bitcoin. He coded it, whatever. I don't understand, blockchain enough to understand how it came about. But again, I know there's the mining aspect and there's all these different companies that have been kind of following in Bitcoin's, Bitcoin's price and Bitcoin's trends. But if you click CoinMarketCap, there's so many other digital assets out there. So I'm a person who believes in being adventurous, similar to what Elon said. But again, be adventurous with money that you're willing to lose because, again, you're embarking on an adventure. If Bitcoin goes to 400,000, as Kathy would say, you have made a killing. From right now, if you would invest, you'd be potentially almost pretty much 10xing your money. So if you put $1,000, it'd be $10,000 if it ever got to that level. Now, if it pulls back to zero, which is also possible, who knows? If the government start coming in and saying no more of this cryptocurrency thing, which, I know a lot of people said they really can't, that can potentially, cause things to go, one way or the other. So all I made this video for is to tell you guys that I am invested in cryptocurrency. I do have I wouldn't even say, I think it's less than 1%. 1% of my total portfolio in cryptocurrency because, again, it's still speculative. And that's why we see so much volatility. A 21% decrease in Bitcoin's price the last week, 25% in Ethereum. Those are significant drops. And again, that's because people who are invested in these companies, or excuse me, I can't say companies, these coins, again, these digital assets are people, as a majority, retail investors. They're putting their money in because there's a lot of this fear of missing out type feeling. So whatever you think a good entry point is to potentially buy into Bitcoin, because if you believe in it, not for the 1 year, not the 5 year hold, 10 years, 20, 30 years down the line, if you truly think we're going to change from using liquid cash to digital assets to exchange money, I see that there's potential. Don't get me wrong, but we need to also look at, what are the naysayers saying? What are the bulls saying? So the bulls and the bears, take both perspectives and make your own judgment based off that. Bill Gates is very intelligent. You got to respect what he says. Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, very intelligent. You got to listen to what he says. ARK Invests, Cathie Wood, very intelligent. Got to listen to what she says. So take the three, formulate your own opinion, formulate your own stance on Bitcoin, and then make your informed decision whether or not you want to buy, sell, or hold Bitcoin long term. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. If you do want 2 free stocks, please use the Webull link that I have attached to the description. You do get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100. And lastly, as I always do with my videos, guys, I do have a Patreon page. A lot of you have been showing me so much support, 163 members strong. So thank you to every single one of you on the Patreon. I'm looking forward to our weekly call here tonight at around 7 p.m. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. And until then, keep investing.